is whether they can walk immediately after eating. And people often ask about walking with shoes or chappals. Talking about the posture, bad posture can lead to stiffness. And hi everyone, let's say you bought a new bike and park it in the garage for 1 year without using it. What will happen? The rust will be formed and the function of engines and batteries would have declined. Similarly, if you don't move your body, the muscle mass, bone density and bone mass would be declining, and the function of organs including heart will start to decline. Regardless of our age, physical activity is very important for thriving. But we now live in a world where we consider sedentary life as completely normal one and we don't think much about it. But the truth is, it affects the quality of our life and also our health. Physical activity or movement benefits our heart circulation, and it helps in reducing the blood pressure and also improving the blood glucose control. And not just that, it has a huge role in improving our mental health. It helps in reducing the stress, anxiety, and it helps us to be more creative as well. In addition, it helps in improving the immunity and the quality of our sleep. There are numerous benefits to physical activity. If you have been sedentary and would like to be healthy and engage in physical activities, I would advise you to start with walking because it is a low impact exercise and can be done very easily. Here are some tips to get the most out of walking. Number one, don't consider it as a task. Instead, think of it as a mandatory time for your health and well-being. Number two, don't set bigger goals like walking for 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers in a day, or walking for hours and hours in the initial days. That will make your mind think that walking or physical activity is a difficult task. Eventually, there are chances that you may give up. So always set small goals like walking for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whichever is comfortable for you, and then gradually step up the time as well as the distance. Number three, you can use your walking time to socialize with your friends, community, or family members and your dog. And that will not just improve the bonding, but also you can motivate each other to walk every single day. Number four, remember to observe the little changes that come with walking, which will motivate you to walk every day. Number five, try to avoid using phone or thinking too much about your problems when walking. Walking helps to clear your mind and make you more optimistic. And this free time or self-time will help you solve the problems better. So thinking too much about a problem is the worst way of solving it. So just be free and be relaxed when walking, and that will add more values to your life. And now I'm going to discuss some of the common questions that people may have. So number one, how much can we walk? There is no upper limit for the distance you can walk. However, we have to listen to our body's response. And on average, walking for around 10,000 to 20,000 steps per day would be ideal for most of us. And that is very much possible as well. About the speed, so initially when you start walking, you can walk slow, but eventually you will have to increase the speed, because only when you are increasing the speed, your heart rate will rise, and that will have benefits for your heart and circulation. And if there is any contraindication for you to walk fast or exercise, please follow your doctor's advice. And instead of walking for long hours at a stretch, you can split walking throughout the day, as it is better than sitting 8 hours a day and then walk for 1 hour or 2 hours. So you can just make some time for walking in every hour, like take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whichever is comfortable for you. So another thing is whether they can walk immediately after eating, and the answer is yes, of course you can walk after eating. That will not just improve your digestion but also reduce the blood sugar spike. So it is better to have a habit of taking a short walk after a meal. And another tip which I like the most is taking advantage of your situations or opportunities. Say when you want to go to the grocery store to buy something, instead of taking a bike or car, you can just walk if it is few miles away. And if you're traveling by public transport, you can get down before 2 or 3 stops and walk to the destination. If the weather is not good for walking, you can walk at home or in the treadmill, or you can do static walking, as there are so many videos on the YouTube for walking at home, so you can follow them. And people often ask about walking with shoes or chappals or barefoot. So personally, I think barefoot is the best, but if you're walking on smooth surfaces like in the beach or in the garden park, you can walk barefoot, but otherwise it is better to use walking shoes, and that will reduce the strain on your back and legs that comes when you're wearing the slippers for walking. So always choose shoes over the sandals. Finally, talking about the posture, bad posture can lead to stiffness and pain. So choosing the right posture is very important to avoid them. So while walking, don't put your hands on the pocket and take long steps. Also, don't use phones or sit down on the feet when walking, and that will increase the stiffness and strain on the neck and the back. Keep your head and shoulders and the upper body straight and the muscles relaxed, and the shoulders should be slightly backwards. You can walk by swinging your arms, and the swinging movement should start from the shoulders and not from the elbows. So you should not swing too fast. So when swinging, the palms should stop at the thighs. If it is going too back, probably you might be walking wrong. And when you're placing the foot, the heels should come first, followed by the front foot. You should not place it like this. You can ask someone to shoot a video when you walk, and you can watch it to see if your posture is good, or you can consult a professional for better posture. Finally, play with your child or involve them in physical activities as much as possible. That will help them to build better habits. And if you are suffering from chronic diseases like diabetes, obesity, or any other metabolic illness, gut issues, autoimmune diseases, and want to reverse them, you can contact us. So see you in the next video. Bye.